I'm Dot Fears with Simplicity Tiny Homes, and we are located outside of Lyons, Colorado.
And I'm Dot's husband, Byron Fears, and I'm excited about changing the world, building one tiny home at a time. Dot and I are very dedicated to sustainability in our life and everything we do that is reasonable and that we can obtain. Our home and the place of building Simplicity Tiny Homes is off-grid. All of our energy is created by our photovoltaic system. All the tools we run for building our tinies are run with sustainable energy from our off-grid system. Because we're off-grid, we sustainably build sustainable homes to help support sustainable lifestyles in hopes that the planet will have a sustainable future.
We started doing this a little over 2 years ago. We were doing remodels. Our market here just got really, really tight, so it was hard to get a hold of anything. We decided we needed to change and do something different, and tiny homes just seemed like the perfect thing because we really support sustainability and energy efficiency.
Well, welcome to the Simplicity Blue Sapphire. This is one of our more modern approaches to tiny homes. We have built this with our popular Aspen floor plan. That was the first model we built that seemed to really hit home base with use of space, spaciousness, bright airiness, large lofts, large living area, romantic space to dance and live in. And so this is an upgraded model from what we do typically. We did a beautiful hardwood floor in here. We have a propane fireplace, thermostatically controlled, essential to living in a Four Seasons environment. We have a mini split, air conditioner and heater. There's actually a washer dryer in this unit too. 4 people, 5 people can stand at the 9-foot long kitchen counter, dance and sing and prepare a gourmet meal. We're all about spaciousness, not confined space. We want people to walk into our homes and be able to open up their heart chakra and feel good about being home, not walk into some little tight spot and close down like this, you know? So we want to promote a homey feel.
We care very much that our homes will last a long time, that they will be comfortable. We're very particular with our finishes. They must be beautiful, and that counts for a lot. We also feel our homes offer some of the most spacious lofts of most tiny homes that we've seen, and that's important. You know, when I see a loft that you have to literally roll into, it makes me sad because it doesn't have to be that way. We also believe that you should have a lot of comfort and a lot of romance. That's Byron's favorite line.
I'm all about romance, and I want to promote romance for everyone I can.
So we build, of course we build custom, and everybody has different needs. We don't like to say no to people. We do our best to fulfill people's needs and dreams. You know, stairs are nice, and yes, they take up more room, but if they also provide storage, it's great. It also adds to the spacious feel of the house. And so we have done this special design of cutting back a little bit into the loft to give an almost kind of a code-to-code stairway, but to make it easy to come up and down in the middle of the night if need be. And storage in the front. There's actually a bookcase here and storage for shoes and things like that. Lots of storage in the sides and even the space for the washer dryer. But the really fun thing is leading
May I take you to the loft?
To the loft.
You've got so much room up here. It's all about romance. It's having space to love your partner. It's having lots of cross ventilation, light. We have this particular model. It's 48 inches of head clearance in the center, 42 inches on the sides. I've been in a lot of tiny homes. I can't even sit up in the loft, and many of that I can't even have my size 12s pointed straight up when I'm in the bed. It doesn't make sense to me.
And might I add, we were recently reading a tiny house blog entitled Sex in a Tiny House, and And it was saying that most often it was the mission position, because there really wasn't room for anything else unless you're on the stairs or elsewhere. But we're proud to say you don't need that here. There's room up here too for additional storage. One could have shelving on right there at the end of the loft, or if they wanted to keep that nice open view plane, one could move the bed down several feet and have all storage on the back wall and little nightstands. But it's nice to be able, this is a queen size bed, and it's nice to be able to get up and move around next to the bed and not just crawl around making the bed while you're on top of the bed.
An interesting fact, almost everyone in America has grown up with at least one bedroom in their house that's 8 by 10 foot. This loft space is 8 by 11.5 feet. It just doesn't have quite the amount of headroom. I grew up in several bedrooms that were that size. Every house we ever bought to remodel had a minimum of one bedroom that size. So it's not anything smaller than what people are accustomed to, which I think is really a nice matter of perspective to consider. Also, we're all about sustainability. We try to source all of our products as locally as we can. And living in Colorado, we've had an epidemic of pine beetle that has killed a lot of our pines. So we have the good fortune of having access to a lot of blue-stained beetle kill pine, which has so much character. It's really quite enjoyable to work with. It ages like a beautiful woman and gets new nuances and colors and tones. And so it's like you get to grow with your ceiling that you get to enjoy while you're laying in bed and watch it mature.
And it's sustainable because it's harvesting trees that have been killed by the beetles, not harvesting live trees.
And it's locally,
great way to use it.
Local wood from Colorado. It's really cool. We try to buy everything we can from local small lumber yards and merchants. We try to avoid the big box stores. It's about community in every way we can. We want to share our money with the community, buy products the people are going to get direct benefit from, rather than going to corporate America and having people working at minimum wage jobs working for those corporate big box stores. So we do, when it's reasonable, we do all we can to shop locally. So I feel that you don't have to live like a monk to live in a tiny home. You don't have to give up your possessions. You don't have to give up everything. We live in a four-season environment. We live in a very active lifestyle environment. You know, most of the people around our area ski, bike, backpack, snowshoe, climb. The list goes on. Kayak, it just goes on and on and on. Because it's cold outside doesn't mean we don't go outside and have fun. But so we're building for that four-season environment for active lifestyles. So when we build a tiny home, we want to make it appropriate for romance. So many tiny homes have this little stiff bench to sit on. I just don't understand that. You know, we've been together a long time and we like to be close to each other. So notice there's plenty of room here. We could have 5 or 6 other people sitting here with us comfortably. Below the cushions, lots of storage area. We've got lots of light around us. If you like to watch videos, you can have a big screen TV mounted on this wall, or you could have a projection screen that comes up from the loft and a projector up here. It's all about being comfortable with the loved ones.
Plus, let me show you. So if you have a friend that wants to sleep over, you actually have a spare bed, because this is a pretty big, comfortable deck to be able to sleep on. Or, you know, if you're somebody who has grandchildren or part-time children, it's really quite big. So you can have one here, and the storage. It's all storage underneath. So the whole couch is storage. But it's a little bit underneath that pillow. So you know you can
Lots
put a
of
lot
storage.
of stuff in there, and especially across that back section.
That's where Grandma fits, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. We've got to save room for the cryogenically preserved ancestors.
There's tons tons of options for tables, and this is just one. But it shows how, oh, I already had it. You can easily fold down. Then you have room for all sorts of, dancing, yoga. You can do your warrior pose, and all sorts of wonderful things. Look at that room. Wow.
But when people come to us wanting us to build a home for them, we have so many hats we need to wear because we're very heartful about building tinies. And we take it to our heart and take it extremely personal. We don't just build a house for someone. I want to know who people are. I want to know the things that they really need, so we can address that in the build. So we aren't just builders. We're counselors, we're psychologists. We're there to nurture people because it's a very special moment in time. As we've been realtors for a while, when we take people to see houses, they'll walk around for 15 or 20 minutes and go, okay, maybe this could be a house for us. They might go back one more time before they put in their offer. In our housing market, you got to make an offer instantly or else it's gone. When someone chooses to build a tiny house, it's something they have thought about for months or years. They want to be involved in the decisions. We spend so many hours in the planning because we're building a tiny home for them that's very special for a lifestyle change. They aren't committing to a $500,000 or $2 million mortgage and they're making the decisions in 15 minutes or 30 minutes. They're spending just a fraction of that cost, and they're spending hours and days and weeks and months making that decision. It's quite a phenomenon to observe and experience.
We spend a lot of time listening to people, figuring out what they need, because the home has to be specific to their needs, as small as it is. And just going over so many details and finding out what they really want and has to match their taste. And we encourage people to choose their fixtures, light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, sidings, interior paneling, everything to suit them precisely.
I think you raised a really good point.
We're being buzzed by hummingbirds.
We're like halos of hummingbirds.
Hey guys, it's Alexis.
And Christian.
Thank you very much for watching our video.
Yes, and subscribing to our channel.
And don't forget to check out more tiny house stories.
And tours.
Oh, and don't forget to join us on Patreon.
And again, don't forget to subscribe.
See you next time.
Take it easy, guys.